Hello and welcome to today's Kusama Eco Update video, where we'll take a quick look at the prices for Kusama and DOT, then we'll talk about Karura, and I'm going to explain to you why we've got more circulating supply, because a lot of people were worried about the fact that we just saw a surge in the circulating supply. However, the price is still doing very well. We'll take a look at that as well. And then we'll talk about Kilt, because we got some big news today from Kilt, which are gonna hold the Kusama crowd loan in the second batch. They've released the tokenomics, right? We've got the tokenomics update. So we're going to talk about that in today's video as well. But first, let's take a look at the price of Kusama. We can see Kusama has had a nice run up here in the last couple of days, right? You could see in the last couple of days, we were only on green bars here, constantly putting in a new higher high, as you can see each day in the last 2 days here. We started after that initial dump 4 days ago, and then we just had green. So we'll have to see if this holds up, because as you can see here, this $300 range here, which we've just touched, it actually touched the 99-day moving average here on the 1-day chart. It's exactly on the tip of the 99-day moving average, actually went just a little bit above it. So it is a bit concerning, and we do have a little bit of resistance around that area. If you see the line that we've got across here, right, you could see this is the tip. We have some resistance here, and then we have this area as well here, which acted as some sort of resistance in the past, and it looks like we're back to struggle in that area here. But of course, we did break past that when we had this nice swing to the upside here, and we rode this moving average really nicely. This is the 25-day moving average, the purple line. So yes, I mean, it looks really good here, but again, it depends if this momentum can hold up, because this candle is very bullish here. This candle is huge, but the question is, will this candle mean that we're going to continue this momentum, or will we have a bit of a pullback? I am expecting a little bit of a pullback, but again, it does depend what BTC is going to do. So yes, if we do break above this area here, say let's say if we go to like 310 today, then we're likely going to see 370, which is the next area of resistance, as you can see here, just around this area here. So let's take a quick look at DOT as well before we start to talk about the other projects. So DOT, exactly the same as Kusama here. Nice pop, just as you see, it just about broke above the 99-day moving average. So it's following the same pattern as Kusama, a similar pattern to Kusama, not exactly the same. But yes, we came up nicely here. And if we do break, like we do have a bit of a resistance here at this range, $22, it is struggling. It tried to touch it twice. It managed to break it twice. As you can see, the high of today is 22.13. We broke above, we actually hit 22 on the DOT a while ago. Let's see this one here. I think it was, where was it? High 2163. No, not the 1-day chart. Let me go to the 1-hour chart. Where was it? This one, yeah, it was 21.99 that we hit, and then we hit 22. Yeah, we hit 22 here on the red one, as you can see, and then we broke past it now. So it looks like the momentum is going to continue on here on the 1-hour chart. We're going to see more bullish momentum before another pullback.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
Likely we're going to see another pullback here. I'm expecting one to happen. Probably not to the same area here. It's probably going to be a bit higher, a lower high, maybe around the 2140 area I would expect, because it would just about touch this dip here. Which would act as support here, as you can see. So I'm expecting it to pull back around this area. When we do pull back, maybe in about 4 or 5 hours, I would say, because this could continue. If we do pull back in the next 2 or 3 hours, then yeah, we'll likely pull back to this area anyways of 2140, unless we go much higher, of course, but who knows. But anyway, it's looking very good overall. I am happy with the progress of DOT and Kusama. I am hoping that, of course, the prices are going to move towards the bullish momentum once again, and we're not going to pull back hard and it's all been just a trap, because if it is, then it's sad, right? Everyone wants the prices to do well, of course. So next, let's talk about Karura here. Karura are also doing amazingly well, 836 here, a really nice pop here from, considering it was $4, we went over $8, we pulled back to about 670, I think it was, and we had a nice comeback here to 837. So now one of the FUD discussions that we've had in some groups was with regards to the circulating supply, right? And unfortunately, you cannot chat in the Karura group because they've decided to make a read-only to prevent scammers from posting and stuff. But in my Telegram group, we do chat about Karura sometimes. So yes, if you are interested in chatting about Karura, do join my Telegram group. You can find a link in the description of this video, by the way, if you want to join it. So the circulating supply is 32,449,000, right? You may be asking yourself, why is it so high if we had a much lower circulating supply? We had something like 18 million before, right? So the reason being is because of the backers. So if we look here on the Karura official website, you could see here in the tokenomics that we've got the Karura lockup period, the months after launch. So the backers, the parachain auction supporters, had no lockup, right? They got them straight. They got a 30% straight away, but 70% is vested over 48 weeks. So every day, for example, every couple of hours, up to you, you can claim a transaction to unlock some of that 70% that got vested, right, over the 48 weeks. So I do that like every couple of days. I like to claim. I'm not selling, I am holding. I have already sold 30%, just over 30%. I think I sold like 35% because I had some airdrop from last year as well. So I sold the 30% from here. I sold my airdrop because I thought the market is going to crash further. So I thought, okay, I'm planning to get some stable coins just in case the market crashes, so I can scoop up some more crypto cheap. For me, 70% is enough, right? And I'm happy with 70%. So I'm going to hold that for the moment to see how the market is going to do. Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about backers here. So backers got their own lock, okay, after 1 month from launch. It's been 1 month already. They are going to get this unlock vested, so it's evenly distributed over 5 months. So expect the backers who paid very, very little. Now, I don't know how much they paid, but I'm thinking that they likely paid less than $1 for sure, right, for Karura. It's backers, right? Not early backers, but backers. Early backers probably paid even less, right? So yeah, because they've got an even longer vesting period for 12 months, and they need to wait 12 months as well. So yeah, yeah, this pretty much explains the reason why we have so much more circulating supply. But remember, the max supply is still 100 million, so no biggie. And nevertheless, the price has still been pumping and doing well because Karura have been delivering. Karura are the only project on the Kusama ecosystem so far that have been delivering. We're still waiting for Moonriver, we're still waiting for Bifrost, which are going through different phases. We're also waiting for Shiden Network and likely for Kala as well. So we still have plenty more to wait for before we'll see other parachains also do well. So next, let's talk about Kilt here. So we finally got the token economy update from Kilt. And I really wanted to do a video and cover this and then kind of share this information with you and kind of give you my thoughts as well. So it's exciting times for Kilt as we get closer to crowd loan and mainnet launch on Kilt's continuous path to decentralization. In addition to building and auditing their technology, they've been fine-tuning the token economy in order to incentivize functionalities in the network while simultaneously aiming to avoid the pitfalls of high inflation. They're delighted to present the updated token metrics to the Kilt community. These tokenomics are revised from Kilt's initial framework. The Kilt coin is critical to operating Kilt. It's needed to perform credential verification transactions on Kilt's blockchain and also powers governance. There will be a limited supply of Kilt coins that are gradually introduced into the system over time. Now, the total supply at token generation event TGE will be 150 million pre-minted Kilt coins. Now, when they say pre-minted, to me, this looks like a token. It's not really a coin, right? Because it's anything that's pre-minted is a token. Anything that gets minted from a block, then it's considered a coin, right? Like Bitcoin, for example, gets minted or gets generated from a block. It's the block reward that generates Bitcoin, right? If you don't have miners to verify those transactions, you don't generate anything. There are other projects that are doing the same with proof of stake as well. They are running their own blockchain and they didn't pre-mint anything, so everything gets minted from each block. In that case, it's a coin. In this case, it's more of a token. I don't know why they call it a coin. Maybe it's just wrong information, right? So 150 million pre-minted. Initial circulating supply will be 32.5 million. The remaining pre-minted tokens will be gradually unlocked over a period of 60 months. Okay, so that's quite some time. We do have a long wait before we're going to see more dump into the market. So the beginning is going to be 32.5 million. The initial inflation will be around 5% per year. So we'll have an initial inflation as well, dropping to 1% per year within the first 6 years and then slowly moving towards 0%, there will be only one Kilt network and one Kilt coin, regardless of whether Kilt moves from Kusama to a Polkadot parachain, as determined by community governance. Okay, interesting. So they can actually move from Kusama to a Polkadot parachain as well, but there will only be one Kilt network. So that's awesome, because that will mean that we can do the swap between the two networks, or they're likely going to do the swap between the two networks, or maybe we don't even need to do any swap, right? Maybe that's the beauty of it. Maybe they will manage everything and then we can continue using the same Kilt token. Now, as it's important to remember that Kilt's parachain will launch with significant activated functionality, staking for collators and delegators, and the initial token economy outlined in the Tokenomics document. This means that the first phase of staking will be possible on Kilt from Genesis. So that's awesome, because people love staking, right? You generate that passive income. People love to be validators too if they're more techy, because you do generate a bit more than the stakers. I don't know if you can become a validator on Kilt. That's yet to be decided, I think, or maybe we don't have. Maybe they have the information. We don't know it yet. Maybe it's not public. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, the migration from Kilt to Kusama, of Kilt from Kusama to the Polkadot parachain. So the tokenomics are designed to reward a Kilt treasury with 10 million Kilt tokens linearly over the first 5 years. In the future, governance may decide to exchange these accumulated Kilt tokens for DOT and use them to bid for a Polkadot parachain slot. Okay, that makes sense to me then. So that would explain how they could move across to Polkadot, because they decided, okay, let's do it for Kusama first. If Kilt moves from Kusama to Polkadot, we assume that governance would transfer the existing Kilt tokens without changing the balances or owners of these Kilt tokens, and without changing the metrics and economics, which makes sense to me. That's a clean move. They hope that the community finds these tokenomics update useful. By carefully designing the framework for the Kilt system, they aim to enable a new economy around the Kilt token. Finally, they want to thank the builders, of course, for supporting Kilt. So yeah, in my opinion, I mean, it's not bad, right? 150 million pre-minted, not bad. Circulating supply 32.5 million is not bad either. I mean, look at Karura. We were talking about Karura earlier, and that's what, 32.5 million, almost too, right? So think about it. I mean, this is a solid project. There's a solid team behind them. It depends when they're going to deliver and how soon they're going to deliver. I mean, they're saying here that the idea is that everything is going to be ready, or most of the functionality is going to be ready by the time they actually connect as a parachain, right? So if that is the case, then that's great, right? I mean, if this is the case, then there's no reason to worry about the price, in my opinion. And I think we're going to see a good contribution here. Remember that we've got, what was it, 4.5 million that's allocated to the parachain auctions, to the crowd loan. So if you contribute, and say if there will be 100,000 KSM contributed, there will be 45 Kilt tokens for each one KSM that has been contributed. Right, that's the calculation. It all depends on how many people decide to contribute, right? If there's going to be a lot of FOMO, if it's going to be basilisk in terms of FOMO, then it's going to be less than 45, right? But even so, if you think about it, the reward is still very good. Unless there's going to be like 300,000 or so, then no, actually no, wrong. If there's going to be 200,000, then it's still going to beat Karura's distribution, right? Because Karura had a lot, like Karura had over 500,000 KSM. So you're going to get more Kilt for each of the KSM that you used to contribute if there's going to be 200,000 KSM contributed from the community. So that's still really good, right? And I don't think there's going to be 200,000 from the community. Personally, I think there's going to be maybe between 50 to 70,000. I would say maybe an absolute maximum of 100,000. But I would be surprised to see that much, and the reason being is because a lot of the KSM is already locked in the first batch of the crowd loans. Remember, over 1 million KSM has been already locked. There's only so much KSM available. There are only so many more people that can buy KSM, because KSM's price is going up, right? So yeah, it depends how many people have accumulated. It depends how many more people are accumulating DOT instead, because the Polkadot parachain auctions are also nearby. So there's only so much money to go around, right? Some people would prefer to accumulate DOT and bid for the first batch of the Polkadot parachain auction, and some people would prefer Kusama and bid for that, right? But it all depends. At the end of the day, if Kilt are doing this on Kusama first, and then they're planning to migrate to Polkadot, they're going to use the funds that they've got in the treasury to bid for the Kusama crowd loan, or for the Kusama part chain auction, and no longer hold the crowd loan, right? So yeah, I mean, this is your opportunity to get into Kilt cheap, right? Get into Kilt cheap. And this is how it is, and we've seen a nice return on your investment for Karura. So what's to say that Kilt is not going to reward you just as well, right? Just think of it like a token sale, except you're not giving away your tokens or your coins. So that's awesome. You're actually loaning them. It's like you're staking for 48 weeks. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share this information with you and just kind of give my thoughts on what's going on here with Kilt and the information that they've supplied us. So we'll keep an eye out on their latest updates to see what they're going to tell us. By the way, we still didn't receive the distribution, the Bifrost distribution today. Now, Lerp, is the CEO, did say that it could take 1 or 2 days because of a technical issue that they had, which they know how to fix. So if we don't get the distribution tomorrow, we'll have to pick up on this once again in 2 days to see what's going on. But I'm hoping that by Friday we'll get that BNC distribution. I'm sure you're probably eagerly waiting too, just as I am. So that's it, and of course, as soon as we get that, we will be covering it on this channel. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.